Well, there's growing fallout over an attempt by Associated Press to fact-check a letter sent by the National School Board Association. The Associated Press tweeting, contrary to false claims circulated online, the National School Boards Association didn't ask President Joe Biden to label protesting parents domestic terrorists. And there's no indication Biden or the Justice Department called them terrorists either.
However, many people are pointing out that AP is either downright lying or bad at their job. Here's the quote from the actual letter. As these acts of malice, violence, and threats against public school officials have increased, the classification of these heinous actions could be the equivalent to a form of domestic terrorism and hate crimes. Joining us now to discuss is the president of Parents Defending Education, Nicole Neily. Nicole, what do you think is going on here?
It's wordsmithing. I mean, is a domestic terrorist someone who commits domestic terrorism? Why are we being so pedantic? Their hearts were in the right place. It's offensive. I mean, they're gaslighting people just like they do with what our children are learning in school, and that's why people are angry. The National School Board Association is putting its head in the sand, pretending that people are not up in arms for a good reason. It's disrespectful, and that's part of the reason we have seen such a significant backlash over the past year and a half.
Yeah, your organization is called Parents Defending Education, and you've actually been using the portal on its website to allow parents to email the Department of Justice directly. Over 5,000 parents have used the portal already. Perhaps that number, you can bring us up to date, has risen even more. What are some of the specific, or have you heard any specific stories from parents? What are they sharing with you?
People are terrified. They're worried that the FBI is going to show up at their door. They're worried, how will these districts be defining what is threatening or harassing? We have First Amendment rights not only to petition the government for a redress of grievances, but also to, hold these people accountable and express our opinions, even if they don't like them. However, what we're seeing is, a bunch of snowflake school board members who say, well, you said something mean, you booed me, that's threatening, you made me feel unsafe. And then will those school boards then turn around and call the police, call the FBI, call the government? We've already seen the Rhode Island State Superintendent Association say, we look forward to complying with it, so the Rhode Island School Board Association. And so these school officials are using this as a pretext to bully and intimidate parents. We will not stand for it, and we will not be silenced.
We had a reporter say there were something like 20 instances where things got heated in school boards. So I looked up how many school districts there are in the country, and I think there are 13,000 plus. So even that's a small number. But here's the argument that I'm hearing, and I wanted to get your response. They're saying, no, these school boards, these are not parents who are attending. These are people who are part of right-wing groups that are trying to push their agenda.
It doesn't matter what somebody's politics are. This is being done with tax dollars to our children in our names. If you are a member of a community, you have every right to show up and question these officials as to why they are making the decisions they are. Look at the learning loss that has occurred in American schools over the past year. Yet our schools are using their finite resources to turn around and shove diversity, equity, and inclusion programs down people's throats while our children are still not reading, writing, or performing math at grade level. It's shameful. And so the fact that people are showing up, it doesn't matter what letter is next to your name. We have every right to express our displeasure, hold these people accountable, and if they will not listen to us, vote them out of office. And believe me, that is what will happen.
And what if, Nicole, what if someone decides to do something other than wait to vote them out of office? What if someone does go to one of these school board meetings and things do get heated or out of hand? Who do you think should handle that? The local level?
Issue.
Okay.
Of course it's a local issue. This is not a national level. This is not something that the FBI needs to be involved in. The fact that the National School Board Association cited interstate commerce, I mean, this is like a high school civics class. Come on, do better. No, nobody, I have heard from nobody across the country. I've seen nothing, nobody advocating for violence. And of course, violence is wrong and inappropriate. We use words, but we have been told by the left for many years now, first, speech is violence. And then last summer, we were told silence is violence. And so it turns out the only kind of acceptable discourse they want is us to repeat their talking points. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, the idea that the FBI may be looking into parents, the idea, maybe you're on a terrorist list. Now you can't fly. I mean, who knows what they're looking into. By the way, very quickly, Nicole, where are you located?
I am in Arlington, Virginia.
Okay. Same school district. By the way, it's where my wife teaches, in Arlington, Virginia. So good to have you, and great to have you with us, Nicole Neily. Thank you.